That was not a boring decision at all.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening. Coming out of the lightweight division, fighting out of Louisiana National Bank red corner. Sitting at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing at 155 pounds. He represents Dominion MMA, making his pro debut from San Antonio, Texas. Please welcome Steven Martinez.
Steven Martinez, 5'10", fighting out of Dominion MMA, his pro debut.
Yeah, big night for him. He's going to want to start this off with a win, see where he can go from here. Very tough opponent in Darren Whitney.
Very experienced opponent there.
Absolutely.
Again, Dominion MMA, large school, a lot of fighters coming out tonight, a lot of experience at that school. Excited to see this matchup.
Steven Martinez making his way to the cage, trying to win his pro debut.
Now, what was your pro debut like, Chase?
Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a tough one. LFA against very tough opponent, Errol Juarez. Man, he rocked me early on and basically let him punch himself out a bit and caught the submission in the first round. Very, very nerve-wracking. LFA, pretty big show, feeder in the UFC. And Errol Juarez, very tough opponent. Very nerve-wracking, more so than any of the amateur fights, by far.
There's a large
blue corner. Standing at 6'3" inches tall, weighing at 155 pounds. He represents Fitness Fight Factory. He has a pro record of 1 win with 0 defeats. From Bedford, Texas, please welcome Darren D-Day Whitney.
So as he just announced, 6'3", 155 pounds, a long fighter, a dangerous fighter, Darren Whitney. Now for your pro debut, you just said that it was much more energy than what you found in the amateurs. How did you adjust over time?
Oh boy, honestly, when I got rocked, that's when I adjusted. the guy, Errol Juarez, hurt me pretty bad and maybe blacked out for a few seconds, got my senses together, defended for a little bit. And yeah, I think getting hit with a big shot woke me up a little bit and was able to secure a finish there.
So we'll see how it works for Steven Martinez
tonight.
Yeah,
hopefully he doesn't have to go through what I went through in his pro debut.
Thank you for the story, brother. All right, Darren Whitney making his way out. We get to see just how tall of a fighter he is with his compatriots there.
Yeah, very big for the weight class. And he fights very long as well, uses his length very well. Very well-rounded fighter. Very good mix of the stand-up skills and the ground skills. He's definitely someone that I've noticed takes more of his time. He doesn't rush anything. And he finds the openings when they're there and punishes his opponent.
All right, his coach talking him all the way up. All right, let's see it. Touch the gloves. Darren filling him out, using that length right off the top.
Yeah, he's not overcommitting anything, but he's throwing stuff, seeing how his opponent's going to react, and seeing what he's going to be able to land.
Now, Darren Whitney is such a long fighter. He even uses his shoulder to block. Notice how he keeps his chin low there.
Yeah. That's not very common, but it's very nice to see.
Martinez trying to find a way in. Shows he has the length for a head kick.
Yeah, very impressive to be able to reach that all the way up there to touch the chin of 6'3" Darren Whitney.
1-2 kick, 1-2 kick. Has a pattern, is going to stick with it. Darren Whitney going to the clinch, throwing the knees, trying to find a way in.
Yeah, not quite landing, mostly on the arms, but those don't feel great either. Definitely a lot better than the head. But you don't want to take too many of those. You got to get out of that.
That's right, because the fight goes longer than 1 round. Your arms are going to wear out taking that punch. Darren Whitney taking the double leg, falling into guard. his opponent with an overhook there, trying to hold him down.
Yeah, nice takedown there, especially with the head against the cage. It's so hard to work off the bottom when your head is stuck against the cage right there. You're real compressed. You don't have room to really work anything.
Trying to posture up, Darren Whitney. Not even worried about passing, just going to take the shots.
Yeah, Steven Martinez struggling a bit here, seeing where he can get out of this.
And Darren has pretty much passed here. Butterfly hook and passed.
Yes, all the way to side control for Darren Whitney. Very nice job from him. And nice recovery from Steven Martinez. Got him back in the full guard now.
Used his foot off the cage, showing a little bit of experience there.
Yeah, that is one thing that the being against the cage does afford you, is you can use it to maneuver a bit. You just don't want your head in the cage. When your head gets stuck there, you're pretty restricted. But if you can get your feet on it, you have a little more mobility.
Darren Whitney trying to find a way to advance.
Again, this is our first pro fight of the night, so these are going to be three 5-minute rounds versus 3 threes for the amateurs.
That's right. We still have 3 minutes left in this round to go. So plenty of time. Take your time. Work past your opponent. Wear them down. Yeah, it's a long night.
And that means Steven Martinez really needs to work off the bottom here. If not, he's definitely going to lose the round. He's going to be more worn down for when they go in the next one. He's got to do his best to get off the bottom without giving up a worse position.
So when your head is against the cage, it is hard to stand back up, finding himself to the side, almost in a scissor sweep position, but constantly taking shots from Darren's long frame.
Yeah, it is so hard to work when your head's stuck in the cage like that. You don't really have room to maneuver. You can't walk your shoulders back to create space. Ideally, he could get his feet on his opponent's hips, but he seems to be a bit stuck here.
That's right. Darren, even though the longer fighter, doesn't seem to have any problem finding a way to apply pressure.
Yeah, Steven Martinez mostly just covering up, trying to take the brunt off of these punches, but he's not doing anything to win the fight for himself here.
Mr. Whitney advancing over one leg, going to the back now.
Yeah, halfway there.
Martinez turning over, hopefully to just take less shots probably.
This could be better for him. It could give him an option to escape, but it's going to come down to their skill levels on the ground here.
Darren Whitney taking a half back, one leg position, heavy, dominant, straight to the mount.
Straight to the full mount.
And that is what that position's for.
Looks like he's got Steven Martinez in the quarter guard, giving his back up again. He's desperate to get out of there. That's
Darren straight to the rear naked choke.
That's it. He's tapping.
That is the end. Darren Whitney, a dominant performance.
Absolutely. Pretty one-sided. As soon as he secured the takedown, he did what he had to do and secured a great win for himself.
With a whole minute left in the first round, Darren Whitney showing technical expertise all the way through. Never in a hurry, meticulously taking his opponent.
Yeah, that's one thing about him. He won't rush himself. He'll find the openings when they're there, and he'll capitalize on them.
And how quick was that submission?
It was so fast. It was deep as soon as he put the arm through, and Steven Martinez was basically immediately tapping.
It goes to show you that Darren Whitney, even though he's a long fighter, has plenty of squeeze in his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, big win for him. He's definitely got to be happy with that.
Absolutely. 2-0 now as a pro. You got to say, I love how patient he was in the guard, looking back on that now. Slowly, continuously, just waiting for his opportunities, and then the moment he took the back, straight to the full mount.
Absolutely. Definitely patient, but taking the openings when they were there to make his opponent is like, hey, I got to get out of this, and then capitalizing on that, gave his back up, and secured the finish.
This evening, in round one, in a minute, 3 minutes and 42 seconds, our rear naked choke, fighting out of the blue corner, Darren Whitney.
And with that, we're going to be moving on to our main event. Jose Vasquez versus local favorite Dylan Fraley.
All right, here we go. Dylan